Update: mysterious dolphin kidnapping case takes bizarre turn as victim's background raises new questions. Fort Myers, Florida. AP, in a story that has captivated local residents and gone viral on social media. A 33-year-old man found disoriented and sunburned on the Sanibel Causeway early Monday morning claimed he was abducted by a pod of dolphins and forced to labor on an elaborate underwater construction project. What began as a seemingly outlandish tale is now shrouded in deeper mystery following medical evaluations and a routine background check by authorities. Lee County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a 911 call at approximately 5:45 a.m. from a passing motorist who spotted Ricky James Hollowell standing barefoot on the shoulder of the causeway, drenched in seawater and frantically sketching diagrams in the wet sand. Hollowell, a resident of nearby Cape Coral, was clad only in faded blue swim trunks. With severe sunburn covering his upper body and what appeared to be minor abrasions on his hands and feet consistent, he later claimed, with handling coral and structural materials underwater. According to the official incident report obtained by the Associated Press, Hollowell recounted being approached by a group of bottlenose dolphins while swimming recreationally off Fort Myers Beach on Friday afternoon. "They surrounded me like a security detail," Hollowell told deputies. "It wasn't aggressive at first, but they nudged me deeper, away from the shore. Before I knew it, I was at a site about 40 feet down in the Gulf, helping them build what looked like a full-scale aquatic habitat." Hollowell described the dolphins communicating via a complex series of echolocation clicks and whistles, which he said he picked up on after a few hours. It was like learning a new language on the fly. He identified the apparent leader of the pod as Gerald, a larger male dolphin with distinctive scarring on its dorsal fin, whom he referred to as the project foreman. When pressed by deputies on how he survived underwater for 3 days without oxygen equipment, Hollowell replied cryptically, "Gerald handled the breathing part. Some kind of bubble system or pressure adaptation. I didn't ask too many questions." "You don't question Gerald, he's got that authoritative vibe." Deputies noted that Hollowell's sand sketches were remarkably detailed, spanning roughly 10 feet across and including scaled blueprints for what resembled a submerged community, multi-level, condo structures made from natural coral and synthetic-like materials. A central town square, with gathering pods, and even a recreation center, featuring what Hollowell described as dolphin-friendly obstacle courses. Deputy Sean Oakley, a 11-year veteran of the sheriff's office, remarked in the report, "I've seen my share of oddities in Lee County. But this guy's diagrams had zoning regulations penciled in, setbacks, load-bearing specs, even environmental impact notes. It was detailed enough to make you wonder if he wasn't onto something." Hollowell insisted he was released Sunday evening after the Dolphins deemed his contributions satisfactory, with Gerald allegedly signaling that they might return for Phase 2 of the project. He then swam to shore, disoriented from exhaustion, and hitchhiked partway to the causeway before collapsing. Emergency responders transported Hollowell to Lee Memorial Hospital for evaluation, where he was treated for dehydration and sunburn. No drugs or alcohol were detected in his system. Update: medical findings and background check add layers of intrigue. As of Thursday afternoon, hospital officials have cleared Hollowell with a clean bill of health, reporting no signs of delirium, psychosis, or head trauma that could explain hallucinations. However, a routine chest X-ray and fluid analysis revealed trace amounts of Gulf seawater in his lungs, specifically saline levels matching samples from 30 to 50 feet offshore, with microscopic marine particles like diatoms and plankton residue. Dr. Elena Vasquez, the attending pulmonologist, stated in a released summary, "This isn't consistent with a brief drowning incident or aspiration from swimming. It's as if his respiratory system was exposed to seawater for an extended period, yet without the expected inflammation or damage. We're consulting marine biologists for further insight, but it's puzzling. Adding to the enigma, a background check conducted by the Lee County Sheriff's Office uncovered Hollowell's impressive professional history in aerospace engineering. Hollowell, who holds a master's degree in aerospace structures from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, previously worked for a decade at Lockheed Martin in Orlando, where he specialized in advanced composite materials and submersible vehicle designs for deep-sea exploration projects funded by NASA and the U.S. Navy. Colleagues described him as brilliant but eccentric, with patents on lightweight, pressure-resistant habitats intended for extraterrestrial or oceanic use. One former supervisor, speaking anonymously, noted, "Ricky was always talking about bio-inspired engineering mimicking marine life for better tech. If anyone's story about building for dolphins could have a kernel of truth, it's his." In a twist that has fueled online speculation, Hollowell announced via a LinkedIn post late Wednesday that he has been tapped to head a new satellite office for an undisclosed aerospace firm in Fort Myers. The office, set to open next month in the city's tech corridor near Alico Road, will focus on innovative marine aerospace integrations, according to the Post. When reached for comment, Hollowell declined to elaborate but added with a chuckle, "Let's just say Gerald might have headhunted me. Phase 2 could be bigger than anyone imagines." The sheriff's office has classified the incident as unresolved, but not criminal, with no active investigation into dolphin-related abductions. Marine experts from Mote Marine Laboratory in Sarasota, consulted by authorities, dismissed the claims as improbable but acknowledged that bottlenose dolphins in the Gulf are known for intelligent social behaviors and occasional human interactions. Pods have been documented, escorting swimmers, but construction work? That's a stretch, said Dr. Marcus Hale, a cetacean behaviorist. Still, with the medical anomalies, we're not ruling out environmental factors or an undiagnosed condition. Social media users have dubbed the saga #DolphinGate, with theories ranging from a government black ops test to an elaborate hoax. Hollowell, meanwhile, remains at home recovering, reportedly sketching more blueprints. Gerald, the alleged dolphin foreman, remains unavailable for comment, as do any underwater city officials. ScottPrentice.com will continue monitoring developments in this unusual case.